On 9th of September, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the 54th GST Council meeting, and there are some big changes coming your way that could hit or help your wallet. Let's dive into the top highlights of what is getting cheaper and what is becoming more expensive. First up, let's talk about goods, namkeens and savory snacks. If you love snacking, here is some good news. The GST on extruded or expanded savory snacks is dropping from 18% to 12%. Now this puts in line with other munchies like namkeens and bhujia. However, GST on unfried snack pellets remains at 5%. Remember, the new 12% rate is for future purchases only. There is significant reduction in GST on some life-saving cancer drugs, slashed from 12% to 5%. Now, for some not so good news, the GST on car seats is going up from 18 to 28%, bringing it on par with motorcycle seats. So if you're planning to upgrade your vehicle's interior, it might cost you more. Now, on to services. Life and health insurance. Big changes could be on the way for life and health insurance. A new committee will be looking into GST related issues here, so stay tuned for updates. Besides, if you're planning a quick getaway in the skies, GST is set at 5% for seat share helicopter rides. But if you're going all out on charter flight, that stays at 18%. We have great news for our aspiring pilots. Approved flying training courses are now GST exempt, so learning to fly just got a little lighter on the pocket. Besides, R&D services provided by specific institutions will be exempt from GST. And as for the past GST issues, they'll stick to the current rules. Besides, if you're buying property and want a prime spot, the charges for better locations or PLCs will now be taxed at the same rate as the construction service itself. For foreign airlines with branch offices importing services, the GST exemption remains. Any past issues, they will be sorted based on current guidelines. Now, if you're renting commercial property, here is a change. GST will now be paid by the tenant if the landlord isn't registered. So make sure to check your agreements. Now, if you're in logistics, listen up. Ancillary services offered by a goods transport agency with a consignment note will be taxed as part of the main transportation service. But if these services are billed separately, they will face a different GST rate. Now that's all for this roundup of the latest GST Council decisions. Make sure to follow and subscribe to Business Standard to stay in the loop on all the updates that matter to you. Thanks for watching and see you next time.